All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Fight Night Chicago podcast, sponsored by Village Roadhouse in Skokie, Illinois. We have a really great episode today, special guest coming on. We're going to have Marco introduce our guest. Again, my name is Zee, and I got my boy Marco here.
What's up, everybody? It's Marco.
We have a really great episode, and
yes,
so
sir.
we're going to have Marco introduce our guest, and then we're going to go from there.
So, first of all, welcome our special guest. You might have seen him on TV.
You might have seen him.
I saw him on TV. That's crazy. He's representing Unanimous Boxing Gym. Got a record of 6-1-1 out of Little Village, Illinois State Championship.
Yes, sir.
From Chicago, Juan Carlos and Guerra Jr.
Yeah, welcome.
What's up?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. Thanks for coming.
I'm going to say one thing real quick. You almost got me fired. Because your fight was early and I was at work.
I
kept going to the back to watch the fight. Like, man, I'm trying to see what's going on. Yeah, so we're excited to have you, man. We have a really great show today, so we're looking forward to it.
That Valentine's Day card, man. That's fine. My girl was mad, bro.
Yeah.
My girl was mad. I was like, give me a minute. Let me just see this fight, and then we'll keep the day going.
Yeah, I had a few people watch it at work too.
Yeah, it was still a great fight. I really watched it a few times, so for sure. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start.
Yeah, we'll start off real quick, man. Like, let's talk about you a little bit. We'll bring up the card. We'll bring up the fight, but let's talk about you. Like, what made you choose boxing? Like, what brought you love to that?
Well, honestly, I just did it for fun. I seen a couple friends from the neighborhood that were doing it, and then I asked them about it, and then I just joined it, but just for fun. But the first week, I ended up falling in love with it, and then literally like 6 months later, I got my first fight. And then I won my first fight by TKO in the second round, so I loved it even more,
Yeah.
And then I just stuck with it from there.
How old are you when you started?
I was 11.
11?
11 years old, yeah.
Oh, wow. 11 and a knockout?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's different.
That's different right there. Yeah, that's different. So tell us about Unanimous Boxing Gym. Like, I know you got those trainers. I know you got Trinidad over there. Shout out Trinidad, Malo. You got Action Jack over there, Olivia Curry. How was that environment over there at Unanimous?
I mean, it's great. I moved to Unanimous, I want to say like half a year ago.
Okay.
I was actually training at San Colonas.
Okay.
See, I seen him. He actually showed me. You showed me that right overhand you used at the fight. You showed me a couple times how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Sam's.
Shout out Sam's. Been going to Sam's for a while, but then I got signed with Unanimous Management, which is with Trinidad.
Yeah.
And I just moved over there, and it's been great. It's been great. I mean, it's a small group, like as professional fighters, and we got our own training times and all that, so it's like more isolated, which is good. It helps you focus and, just train good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a different environment.
It is.
Yeah, different environment.
I see you guys put in a lot of work over there. Shout out to Trinidad. I see a lot of people going in to work out. A lot of good fighters coming out of that. I know it's a big fight coming up in April with his boxing, so I know a lot of people from Unanimous going to be on that card too.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be real good. Put that down.
So, what's like a typical day for you outside of boxing, man? Because I know boxing, you live, breathe, and sleep boxing. But what do you enjoy outside of the sport?
What I enjoy, I mean, honestly, eating.
Okay.
Eating, and that's a bit of a bad thing, when it comes to boxing.
Yeah.
But eating, trying new food, that's my go-to for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't watch TV. I don't play sports. All I do is work and boxing. That's it.
How is it with like trying to manage your weight and stuff like that? You moved to a different division for that fight, for the last fight, right?
Yeah, for that fight, I moved to middleweight.
Okay.
So it was my first time fighting at that weight.
But how was it? Did you feel a difference of power? Did you feel was it harder to make weight, easier to make weight?
It was easier to make weight, and the power. I mean, it felt good. He was strong, but nothing crazy. I think I'll be able to keep up, with any 160 pounder. But I'm definitely gonna go back down to 154.
Yeah. Okay. You feel more comfortable there?
Yeah, and I mean that's my weight. I'd rather work my way up there. But yeah, 154.
Okay.
154.
Yeah, that's a big change too. Like it's a big jump doing that too. Like was it like you said, was it harder? But then also too, was it hard to keep it that way for the fight too? Was it hard breathing and keeping that energy up too?
Well, honestly, and people don't even know this because I don't really tell nobody, but I was sick the week of the fight, and I was weak for like 3 weeks. But the first day I got there in New York, it was hard for me to sleep. I was all congested, and it was hard for me to sleep.
How do you like go through the motions of that stuff? Oh, bring him in. Take that day then, man.
Oh yeah, so for a whole 3 weeks I was sick.
3 weeks?
3 weeks I was sick.
Was this before you even signed the fight, or was it?
No, that was literally the week of the fight that I got sick. Yeah, and then during the fight, I couldn't breathe, bro. Like I was literally freaking choking on my mucus, you know. And then my eye was swollen, and you can't blow your nose because it gets more swollen.
Yeah.
So I literally have boogers falling on my nose now, just like breathing them in and all that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got winded pretty quick.
Yeah.
I got winded.
You couldn't tell though.
Yeah, you couldn't tell.
I hit it a little bit.
Yeah, real good. Yeah.
But yeah, I was sick.
I mean, you were walking him down that whole fight. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You had him on the back foot. He didn't have an answer to the back foot.
Yeah.
You know, it was that overhand right. The overhand right was landing clean on his chin a couple times, and he snuck in a couple jabs in, man. But that's a sport. You know?
Yeah.
But you couldn't even tell you were sick. That's crazy. Imagine if he wasn't sick.
Yeah,
a TKO.
Yeah. Probably like the first couple of rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
It was a great fight.
Who would you say your biggest influences are? Like, who do you look up to? Role models in boxing? Anyone you look at, kind of mimic?
Well, I have a few. Honestly, I like looking at a lot of good fighters and just taking a little bit from every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I like Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah.
I like Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez, Lomachenko.
Lomachenko get a lot mentioned a
Uh-huh.
lot.
Yeah.
This every single episode we've done. Loma's been mentioned.
Loma is something.
He moves
else.
different, man.
He moves
He
different.
moves different.
He moves different. But then you have like Pacquiao, you know, which is kind of the same, but he's more a little more crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
You brought up a lot of Mexican fighters. Would you say you enjoy the Mexican style the most?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I saw him in the fight, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Like for example, Manny Pacquiao, he has Mexican style. Manny Pacquiao and Lomachenko too. He's like aggressive, but has good defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like fighting. I like entertaining. I think that's my goal, to entertain people. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a boxing family, right?
Yeah. It's a boxing.
So you and your brother? Is anybody else in the family that does it?
No, just me and my brother. My dad did amateur when he was younger.
Yeah.
But
Was it your dad that influenced you growing up, or you said you saw some friends doing it?
yeah, some friends. My dad actually wanted me to do karate. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that's what I was actually gonna do. But then I see my friends, and then I just stuck with boxing.
How is it with being in a boxing like a boxing family? Like how is that going on?
It's cool, bro. It's cool. I mean, my dad is one of my trainers too, so I get to do it with my pops, which is
It's amazing. It's beautiful, man.
yeah, it's badass. Honestly, it's badass. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
That's great, man. You and your brother, you guys competitive with each other, or how's that?
yeah. I think that helps. We help each other a lot.
Yeah,
because
push each other.
Yeah, we push each other.
Yeah.
If somebody's doing better, then you're like, oh, I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you older?
Yeah, I'm older.
Okay.
I'm older. Yeah, I'm 29 right now, and my brother's 24.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you. Okay. Did he start technically first, or did you kind of start first? He came to follow behind you.
Yeah, he followed behind me, but literally like a month after.
after.
So it's like we
He saw you knock out. He's like,
yeah,
let me do
and
this.
then and then he did it when he was what 8 years old,
Okay.
7 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really talented, man.
I've seen him too. He's pretty good.
That's
He's
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah. And then so we talk about the fights you had on Top Rank. We kind of heard that now's the commentators kind of talking about you a little bit.
Yeah.
Making these comments, taxi cab driver, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that? Like, could you prove yourself basically?
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, that don't matter to me because clearly I was an underdog. You
Exactly.
see in the bets and all that.
Mhm.
Everybody thought I was gonna lose. So
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I gotta earn my spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll see on the next one what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it just surprises me what like people don't understand the sport. Like, are they just saying stuff to say stuff, man? Those comments were crazy. Like, if you saw the fight, you kept them on the back foot the whole time.
Yeah.
You pressured at the right times. You got back at the right times. You made the openings, and like people still got something to say, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. People will always say something.
Oh
you know?
yeah, for sure, good or bad, the people are always gonna say something. So it's all good with me.
Yeah, and I watched that fight, and the more the fight went on, the more you get more confident because, like, I figured you out. That's kind of how I looked at it. Like, I could be wrong, but I think you figured it out. Like, hey, he can't fight with the back foot, and I can land these shots because he's not good going backwards. Like,
Yeah, right.
the same way.
Yeah, that was our game plan for
Yeah.
sure.
Is that normally your fight style, or did you change it up for this fight?
I mean, I like switching it up.
Yeah.
It depends on the fighter, you know. If the fighter is aggressive, then I'll be on the back foot. If the fighter is a boxer, then I try to pressure him a little more, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on who I fight.
How much film do you guys watch in training? You guys watch a lot of film, or is it more so just you
Nah.
find a spar?
I let my team do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just listen to them, you know.
Yeah.
But I only watched like 2 of his highlights, and that's it. Like once, and that's it. And then I just go off what my trainers tell me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of faith in your coach. Obviously, they did you right.
They do a great
and
job.
then sparring bigger guys too. I'm sparring Chucky, Eddie Camacho, which are like 175.
Yeah.
You know. So big guys too, that helped a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That probably made the difference with your, you was your sick, it's a congestion, but you still have a lot of stamina and stuff to go all 6 rounds.
Oh yeah, for sure. We had a lot of sparring. Yeah.
How often did you spar when you were training, man?
3 times a week.
3 times a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got sick, which is crazy that you still went all 6 and was sick too.
Yeah.
Crazy too.
Yeah, it was tough.
Man, do you think you would have been able to do a 10 round or a 12 round at that? With how you were feeling?
How I was feeling? I mean, I'll push through.
You would have
but,
pushed through.
I mean, I'd rather not.
You would have ended it earlier. Then you would have been like the seventh.
Would have pulled the knee out.
You were going for it though, man. Those shots were powerful, man.
Yeah. It was a good fight. I mean, I was surprised that he didn't throw that many punches.
I think once he fell a little bit, it's because it was chin shots, man. You landed him
I was hitting him in the body too.
And you caught him a lot that with the face shots for sure, and a couple of body shots.
No, you guys would get close a little bit, but even when you were inside, you were still throwing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive that you could just adjust with however the fight went,
Yep.
And then obviously that's to your talent, that's to your team, that's to your coaches and all that stuff. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Got one more. What do we got? So you signed with Unanimous, right?
Yes.
Did they handle most of your signings and stuff like that? How does that work? Because are you with Top Rank technically, or how does that work? 1 fight contract. Talk, I mean, we don't know how this goes.
Yeah,
we
well,
just love the sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Unanimous Management, my manager, Trinidad, and he handles the fights. So any fight I get, it goes through him, and then he talks to me, and then we discuss about it. But yeah, he takes care of all that. Right now, I don't have nothing signed with Top Rank, but that's a goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you want to go first, or do you want to go anywhere?
No, I mean, whoever takes care of us the most, you know. We had a couple offers from the Zone too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the Zone's growing too.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh yeah, the Zone is good too. But I mean, whoever takes care of us.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever gives us that opportunity, we're gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think what's beautiful is that you're in a place now where you can see more offers now.
Oh yeah,
you work pretty hard for that, man. Like you said, you're 29. You still got solid, easily like good years, like solid 10.
Yeah.
No questions. Through your
Mojo get sick again.
Yeah, he could push through though.
He got it. I'm just talking.
So you got time to decide where you want to go and stuff like that. So it's pretty great, man. Tell us a little bit about the Chicago boxing scene. How's it been for you? Like, have you been in a lot of cards here?
Yeah, I mean, this is all my fight basically has been here. So I mean, boxing is good right here. I just wish like coaches were able to work together.
I was saying the same thing. We were saying that too.
Because I'm telling you right now, for this fight, when people find out I was fighting Nico, I'm telling you, a lot of people thought I was gonna lose.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about people that I talked to, that are like homies and all that, or old trainers, whatever. They thought I was gonna lose, especially because I was gonna go up in weight. And like, I don't know, like I would think you would want to support,
Yeah,
like
man.
I don't know, just believe a little bit, but it's all good. It don't matter.
Well, you proved everybody wrong.
Yeah,
first of all,
it's
man.
all good.
It's just like there's. I feel like the city's a little divided.
There's
a lot of different gyms. They're all great gyms. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like we have a handful of real talent here, and I think Hits Boxing does a good job. Like highlighting a lot of our boxers.
Yeah,
they come from all over the gyms. But we got to come together a little bit more. Because like you said, there's only a couple guys, couple girls from the city that will make it all the way up.
Yeah.
And we got to support, man.
Yeah, like we all have the same dream,
Yeah.
We all have the same dream.
And I feel like it's almost like a beef, like a war or something. 'Cause when I made the list about the top 10
Oh,
in
dude,
Chicago,
I don't know if you saw that. We did like top 10.
Top.
Oh, yeah.
And I said the comments went crazy. Like, you didn't mention us. But I'm just like, I'll go based off the gym that's putting in the work, putting out the fighters, putting out fights.
Yeah.
Marketing, man. Marketing does a lot.
Exactly.
A lot of
for
those
sure.
gyms that we mentioned are because we see them frequently, through our reels and Instagram and all that stuff. And obviously, gyms reach out to us, we'll go visit. We'll do a tour. We'll interview coaches. We'll interview fighters. We'll do whatever we got to do because we love the sport. We love the city. We want to highlight all the boxers, all the gyms all over the city and in the suburbs. You know.
Yeah, they do a lot. They do a lot. Like they have a lot of events, like charity events, regular boxing matches, putting fighters out there. You talk about Sam's, Unanimous, Rick Ramos. You talk about all those gyms, and that's what I see. That's why I made that list. Like, that's what I see.
Yeah,
like, it could be a part 2.
I thought it was a good list.
Yeah, I thought it was a good list, too.
Yeah. Not some of the gyms, though, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and they hit us up on that we got a couple things lined up, actually, with a couple of the owners. So it's nice to make new connections.
I knew it was real when I got an email.
Oh, dude.
Who
emailed you again?
I think it was Conquer Boxing, Conquer Fitness or something.
Yeah.
Like, how was this list made? I'm just like, dude, like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I really don't know. But
Can't step foot into certain gyms now?
that's like, man, that's crazy.
No, man, we love the sport. We enjoy it. We're happy to see anyone move up. We're happy to see anyone get highlighted, and that's what we do, man. That's what we do. We're trying to go to Golden Gloves for the semifinals and the final. Catch a couple of the guys.
Yeah.
Any of your team in the Golden Gloves this season?
Yeah, a couple, yeah. We got a couple guys going to the Golden Gloves.
Okay.
Some just fought this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the thick of it right now.
Yeah.
The city is alive with boxing right now.
Yeah.
I think Golden Gloves is like a really nice time because it's local and you don't gotta like pay an arm and a leg to see some great fights. Man.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting it all out there. They're these younger guys. They're putting it all out there because they want to move up and they want to make a name for themselves. And a couple of people that we interviewed, they came from winning Golden Gloves and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty awesome. Have you been in the gloves a couple times yourself?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. I made it to the finals one time, and then the other time semifinals, and then the last time it got canceled because of COVID.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy time.
Yeah,
Dude, that's insane. But at what point did you decide that I can step away from these tournaments now and I could just focus on the sport, the craft, and get called myself for cards and stuff like that? At what point can you make that step in your career?
I mean, I want to do it since I was 18, to be honest with you. Because it's like, I don't know, amateur is cool, but it's not the real actual experience, you know? So it's like, I don't know, I wanted to do pro when I was 18, but then one of my old trainers passed away, Chupi, from TYBC. And then, I don't know, ever since then, things started going downhill for me. And then like a year later is when I joined Sam Colonas. But I've been going to Sam's out like 14, 13 sparring over there. They got the sparrings over there. But I was at CYBC. I started CYBC, and then like at 19, I went to Sam Colonas. Yeah.
Sam's strict too.
Yeah.
He wants the fighters to like, I know a couple of guys, he's like, you're not fighting until you lose like 20 pounds minimum. I won't get you on a card or anything like that. And it's pretty cool because they got their, and obviously not just Sam, but everybody, they got their private events where they're trying to build up their guys. And it's pretty cool to be on the other side of that stuff, so you can see how they sort of look at things. Or would you say your coach is pretty strict now since you moved?
Oh yeah, my coach is on my ass. He's like, checking my weight every week. He just messaged me Friday. He like, I'm gonna check your weight Monday, so don't be eating all that.
Oh man.
So, he's on my ass, which is good,
Yeah, that's good.
Do you think he wants to keep you fight ready for like a last minute fight?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, that's how you get the opportunity. Fights fall off, and then they hit you up like 2 weeks notice. Like with the Nico fight, it was 5 week notice. So I mean, but he's definitely on my ass. Like I have 2 training sessions. One with Trinidad and Lalo, and then in the afternoon is with my dad, and then Robinson is helping me. I don't know if you guys know Robinson.
Okay.
He's a good coach. Right?
Okay.
And I've been knowing him since I was like 12 too. So,
We got to check out that gym.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to visit, but I've heard nothing but good things about your gym.
Yeah, you guys should come through. It's open 7 days a week, Friday through Sunday in the mornings, like from 7 to 12, I believe.
Okay.
7 to 12. You wanna shout out any specific classes? Let everybody know what time's the best time to go. Anything like that.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know about the classes. I only have like my session.
That's how it's different. Though. Like they're you focus, so you go in at specific times, and that's pretty smart.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a little different right there, Unanimous. Yep.
Yeah,
but I know they have a lot of people, like a lot of people that are in the classes.
Yeah.
Like normally you see a few, you know, but this one gets packed.
I think the sport has grown a lot. It's gotten a lot more popular recently.
Yeah.
I think because not just there, but you know, you go to Sam's. There's 6:35.
Sam is packed.
Yeah.
Packed, dude. And that's that. And then you pass by Pilsen and you'll see what's it called? Rick Ramos.
Yeah.
You see Rick Ramos. They do some training outside too sometimes. That class is packed too. I think the sport in and of itself has gotten more popular.
Yeah.
Makes people wanna, you know, and it's a one person sport, right? Technically, Here's how you start off. So people that are intimidated to start the sport, they could I could just hit a bag for a little bit. I could just learn the basics.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and I'll keep going from there. So I think the sport's very welcoming, and I think that's why it's growing so much.
Yeah, especially Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting bigger.
It's kind of huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great workout too. So I mean, even for those that don't want to compete or anything, it's a great workout.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It kicks my butt every time.
Yeah, I'm
man.
telling you, right? And Unanimous, they also have a seniors class.
Yeah, I understand
and
that.
man, it's packed. It gets packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good workout, man.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Then the last question really got mainly for everything here is we want to talk about the Nico Ali Walsh fight. How did that fight come about? Like, what was the conversation like? What was it going into the fight? 'Cause, you know, people, Muhammad Ali's grandson and all this stuff, all the back and forth talk with that. And then, you know, he had his last fight when he popped his shoulder back into place and he called out Jake Paul and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
How was that though? How was it leading up to that fight? How did it come about?
Well, my manager hit me up out of nowhere. He called me, and I was on my way to the gym too. And he just called me and he's like, "Oh, I got this offer." And I'm like, "Well, who?" And they said Nico Walsh in Madison Square Garden. And then he was telling me what I think. I'm like, "Shit, let's go for it." And then leading up to the fight, I mean, we were confident. My whole team was confident. We were like, we're gonna win. Like, you're gonna be one of the guys that beat Ali.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were confident. We're just focused on working out, you know, like prepping ourselves right. And yeah, we're good. We're confident.
Yeah.
What were some of the? I think you did a great job in that fight. I actually didn't think. I couldn't tell you were sick, first of all.
Yeah.
I think that you honestly convincingly beat him. Is like 4 rounds to 2, maybe if that, maybe 5 rounds to 1.
Yeah.
But would you say that there were harder fights that you've been in?
Yes.
You know, I don't know if you want to give anybody some props or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I say my hardest fight is Mike Stiegel, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just because he threw a lot of punches, and it was like I was on my A game the whole time. The whole time. And so that was exhausting. That was really exhausting.
Yeah, you get tired blocking shots too, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So you would say that your harder fight where it's just high volume, it wasn't as technical then, you would say?
Yeah. I mean, it was technical because you had to, dodge a lot of punches.
Yeah.
But he made me work. He
Yeah.
made me work for my victory for sure. Yeah, I say Mike Stiegel. Shout out to Mike Stiegel.
Hey, shout out.
And then when you talk about like fight Nico, how was it like after the fight, after you won the fight? What was those conversations like with the team? And then was it like anything from Nico's team, like, we should have won, it was a robbery or anything like that? Like, was there any type of conversation like that?
No, not really. As soon as they announced that Nico left with his family, and I didn't see him after the fight or before because we were on the same hotel.
Yeah.
So I didn't see him at all. I seen everybody else, Keyshawn, everybody else, but not Nico.
Yeah.
And then my team was super happy.
Yeah, I
super
bet.
happy.
But you guys celebrated that weekend, man.
Honestly, I tried to.
Yeah.
We did, but I mean, I didn't as much because my eye was swollen.
Yeah.
And I was so annoyed, like I could barely see from my eye.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't want to, like celebrate and like I don't know. It just didn't feel right celebrating with my eye all messed up. I was more annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to get you on here earlier, but you wanted this one to go down a little bit. So he did some damage too. And that's a sport. That's what.
Yeah, it's a sport, part of the sport.
Yeah, it's part of the sport. Again, it was still a great fight. Did a really great job, especially figuring them out, fighting them off the back foot, landing those power shots, the overhand right. I enjoyed the fight. Again, like I said, Jones got me fired. I had to I got me right back. Going to the back every time, checking the fight. And then I'm watching on my phone that I saw you on. I'm like, oh man, he pulled it off. Like I thought it was going to be kind of biased because of the name. Like
that first card was crazy.
Yeah,
how they gave it to him.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I won clearly,
Yeah,
but I'm like what 42, 42.
Yeah, it was still a great fight. So you did a really great job. And I look forward to seeing what you got coming up next.
You know what? What I enjoyed, obviously the fight, but what I enjoyed seeing was the fact that all the pages that we follow, all the local pages, immediately, man, they were shouting you out, they were posting you, they were supporting you, and that there is real support. Obviously, we talked about how maybe some gyms don't, have a little bit of beef here and there, but at the end of the day, everybody was happy to see you win.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty nice to see that, man.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like I got a lot of love for sure, even from people I don't even know.
Yeah,
even in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, you won the news, right?
On the news.
Yeah,
that's wow.
So it was sick. It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool, man. I didn't know that. I gotta bring that footage up.
Yeah, there's I had seen you post it, man. I should have saved that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Did you get the paper? You should try to get it.
I'm gonna try to get it. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell my family from it. I think one of my uncles got it because he was the one that sent it to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's cool.
You fought in Mexico before or no?
Yeah, my first 2 fights were in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that your first pro fights?
They were my first 2 pro fights, yeah.
Was that before you were 18?
No, I wish.
What is it? Was it Devin Haney that started doing that?
Yeah.
He started really young, and then out of Mexico before he came to the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh man, but we could jump in probably to news.
Yeah. Before we get to the boxing news, any news from you? Anything you want to put out there? Any fights coming up? Any events coming up? Anything coming up you want to let anybody know about?
I got a big fight May 4th, which is the Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, man, okay.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Inoue undercard.
Dude.
Oh, shit, okay.
That's going to be his first time fighting in the U.S., so it's going to be pretty big. Yeah, I think it's a Turkey.
I think so. It's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, Vegas.
Yeah. Dude,
Vegas,
that's
T-Mobile Arena.
That's huge, man. Huge. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Do you know with who yet, or can you still gotta wait for the announcement to come out or whatever the case is?
What time are you guys? When are you gonna release this?
We'll probably do it like a week.
Oh yeah, I can tell you guys. Then I'm gonna fight this Mexican prospect called Art Barrera.
Okay.
Art Barrera Jr. He's a good fight.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good fight.
I'm gonna tune in to that. I'm gonna take off work that day.
Do you know? That's crazy, man. You went from locally in the city to now New York and now Vegas on a pretty huge card on a huge fight weekend. This fight weekend is huge. Congrats, man. Congrats on the signing. Congrats on the fight. And I think that this is gonna get a lot of eyes on you, man.
It is.
Oh, for sure.
Get a lot of eyes on you.
Especially on the annual weight card, him fighting in the U.S. first time. A lot of people will be watching this.
Yeah.
Dude, I think you got people talking when you beat Ali, and now you're in a place where you can capitalize and make an even bigger name for yourself, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. And then actually last week we got a call too. My manager to fight on the Canelo undercard too.
Oh,
Saudi
dude.
Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I already got this.
Dude, they're coming from all over the place now. Man. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then some of our fighters too got some fights lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. They're putting a spotlight on Chicago.
They are. I mean, well deserved, man.
Yeah.
Well deserved. I think after this Golden Glove season, we might get some more prospects out. Hopefully we can get them on the pod and interview them as well, and highlight the fighters, man. Because like you said, you started off locally and you grew, and now you're in the Inoue card, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see that one. That's gonna be good.
Dude, he's so good, man.
Yeah.
You think anyone beats Inoue?
Nah, not right now.
I think if you give Bam a couple years, I think he can make
that'll be a sick fight.
Bam, I love Bam. Bam is so good.
Yeah, Bam is so good.
Bam is cold.
Man, that would be tough. Even right now, it'll be
I don't think he's ready.
Nah, I don't think he's ready. But I'm saying he'll give him a fight though.
Yeah, he would.
For sure.
Tough.
He's the number 2 best for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of there's an Australian guy, right? Is that who Inoue's fighting this time around?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
I think he's fighting a Mexican.
A Mexican? Oh, he's fighting Picasso.
Yeah,
is that his name?
Yeah.
He's a good fighter, but I think the mandatory is an Australian guy.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, he ducked him once.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's a lot of talk, but you got to fight the best if you want to prove yourself. So it's pretty cool. That whole card, that whole weekend is gonna be amazing.
Yeah. And we're definitely going to talk about that for sure. It's going to be really good. So we got to know a lot about Juan, a lot to know about him, his fights, his upbringing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get into some good boxing news. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with the boxing news. I'm going to have Marco start off with the first one.
All right. A couple weeks ago, man, Bivol Better Beef 2 happened, and Bivol got the job done. Do you think that there's gonna be a third fight right away? Do you think that they're gonna talk to Benavidez now? What do you think's gonna happen next, man?
Nah, I think they're gonna make another fight for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it's a Benavidez fight. They probably get both of them will get like 2 easy fights, and then jump to like a big fight. But that was, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching the third one.
Yeah,
that's a good fight. That was a good fight, back and forth.
All 24 rounds, man. They were all
they were
really good. Arguably, I think Bivol won the first one too.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think so too.
I think so too.
That or a draw, you know.
Yeah,
but it was a little close.
Yeah.
But I get it though. Better Beef is different. He's a monster too. You got to give him his props. But I think that it's pretty cool. And then it's pretty cool that they turned it into one title. You know, titles, and they got the undisputed belt. So I think that's pretty dope. And I am excited to see the third fight. I think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen.
Oh,
too.
for sure, it's gonna happen. Yeah,
I think it's gonna happen. And me personally, I don't think Benavidez is ready for either one of those.
I know, but what then what though? Because Benavidez, he's been chasing something for a minute, dude. And we gotta give him props. He went up.
Yeah.
And did a pretty good job. He's doing a pretty good job at that weight class. I will say his power is a little different in that weight. And I think it's noticeable, but that doesn't take away from his skill and stuff like that. So like, what do you think is next for Benavidez then? Because I don't know what to do now.
I don't know, man. They keep him on the sidelines a lot.
Yeah,
so I mean, I think he should get big fights already.
Yeah.
I think another guy that I really want to see soon is Plant. I want to see
Caleb Plant fight too.
Oh yeah, Caleb Plant.
I just saw Berlanga called him out.
Yeah. Oh, Berlanga fought
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
he fought yesterday. Did you see that fight? First round knockout.
Yeah, I seen the highlight.
Man, I don't know who he was. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think you're coming off of like a really big card with the Canelo, and you did a good job against Canelo.
Yeah.
You should have stepped up. You
Yeah.
should have stepped up. You should have taken a bigger fight. I think Eddie Hearn could have done a better job for him.
Yeah.
Maybe Eddie Hearn doesn't think of Berlanga as that big fight name. Superstar. But you got to build those guys.
Yeah.
You can't go straight from fighting one of the best in the world to I'm sorry, I don't know this guy. I don't know who this guy was. I think he was 10 years in prison.
And that's crazy because I think then Berlanga missed weight.
How
he did,
miss
man.
weight, bro?
Yeah, and the other guy was built like a bleach bottle, and Berlanga missed weight. Like, how do you miss weight and you look like this, but he made weight? Like, make it make sense. Like, how do you miss weight?
Oh my god, dude! I don't know, man. I wish that this whole he had a lot of steam coming in, and he's not capitalizing.
He didn't capitalize off of it. Like, you fought Canelo, you got to capitalize. Like,
I hope his next 2 fights.
Like Munguia did that too. He capitalized. I think he lost that.
I think Munguia's team were keeping him a little too active.
Yeah.
I think they should have given him a little bit of a break. How many fights this year? Like last year, 5, 4, 4 or 5.
He fought a good amount of fights.
I mean, he got knocked out, man. He got caught. Everybody can get caught. Don't get me wrong.
They got rematch. They got rematch.
I know, but I think once you get cracked, that you fight a little different now.
Yeah.
And that's just from what I see, right? I mean, obviously, but I think that once you get knocked out, it just it's a little. You're gonna protect yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna be cautious.
Yeah.
And Munguia he's a Mexican style. He likes to be in there in the thick of it.
He with Canelo team now, right?
Yeah. Canelo's team. I think they actually got him. They got Teofimo Lopez now.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia is he's not with the.
I think I thought so about that. I just read something he's working with his dad again. I think.
Yeah.
He moved.
Yeah. I heard that Ryan Garcia didn't want to do the. I think Canelo's team does like a special trip every now and then for trainings, and I heard Ryan Garcia didn't want to do it. And that's why he's not with them for this fight. So I don't know, man. Like I would think that Ryan Garcia would have locked in now with everything that happened to him this past year and a half, and because I like him. Yeah, I like him as a fighter. I think he's a star, and I think he's not taking advantage of the things that he should be doing, like staying with Canelo or staying with the trainer. Period.
Yeah, he moves trainers a lot.
He moves around trainers. I think he's moved like 3 or 4 trainers already. You know, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So you spoke about Inoue going to be on this card again. Congratulations on that.
Crazy.
So you got Cinco de Mayo weekend. That whole weekend is just
Friday,
boxing
Saturday, Sunday.
excellence. Yes.
Yeah.
Is this the best boxing weekend ever? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think so. I think so. And then I'm telling you, from what I heard, Canelo's gonna fight over there in Saudi, and he's gonna get on a plane right after and then head to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's badass.
Yeah, because it's big. You got Devin Haney, Garcia, Teofimo, Esposa, Inoue.
Right here.
Juan.
Right here,
Like
man.
it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna be all eyes on this weekend where it's like you can't miss none of these fights.
Yeah.
Even the undercards, you can't miss none of these fights. It's gonna be action packed.
Yeah, the Times Square is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And they're saying it's gonna be free, I think. Huh?
Yeah.
Free? That's insane.
To the public.
Free to the public.
Yeah.
dude. All right,
Yeah.
let's look at flights, man. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be wild. It's supposed to be open to the public. Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing his thing.
I think this one of one events is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think Turkey's shaking things up and he's doing a good job. Even so with all the stuff happening in Saudi,
Yeah.
all the fights that they're doing out there, they're turning them into spectacles too,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. I think they do like concerts and everything before the
Yeah.
fights. You said the Eminem one was too long.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. They had the Eminem concert with
It's
the
falling
Terrence
asleep.
Crawford and Malcolm
Yeah.
fight. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, come on now. Like, it's
Yeah.
too long. It dragged.
Yeah,
It
it's
dragged.
too long.
Yeah, but I still think it's pretty dope though. Like everything that they're doing to bring life back into the sport.
Mhm.
I think we talked about it before, but boxing has become more popular recently, and I think a lot of it is what Turkey's been doing.
Mhm.
You know, it's money talks, no? You know,
Oh,
money,
for sure.
money talks. So he's getting the best fighters together.
Yeah.
With that in mind, before we get to that, what's your favorite fight for that particular my weekend?
I'm looking forward to the Ryan Garcia Rolly match.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who do you think takes that one?
I don't know, man. I like the Ryan Garcia card, all of it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good card.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
I
be
want
a great
to
card.
see how Haney looks.
That's what I want.
You know, I saw a video recently. They were saying that they're not considering how dangerous that the Haney's opponent is.
Yeah. No, he's sneaky dangerous. He got sneaky power.
He got power. I see
Yeah,
some
he's
videos.
good. He's
Mhm.
good. Yeah, he's good. I think they're overlooking him for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
But he's good.
I want to see that Ryan Garcia bounce back though. Like,
Yeah.
Coming off of everything, all the drama, the drug thing, and I want to see how he comes back. And Rolly's a great fighter, but I got Ryan Garcia winning that fight.
Yeah,
Me
I think if Rolly plays smart, he has a chance.
Oh, he has a chance for sure. He got that puncher's chance
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty good. He's not bad.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan Garcia is just better and quicker.
People made him see stars, though, man.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't know where he was, man.
Sure.
Javante did. A lot of
Yeah.
people see stars actually.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think about the Javante Davis draw? Was it draw?
Oh yeah, was
That's
Lamar?
crazy.
Nah, I think Lamar won.
I think so
Yeah.
I
too.
think so.
You
but
think
look,
that? What do you think about that knee? What are your opinions?
That was a
What's your
knockdown
opinion?
for
Yeah?
sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a rule, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like you took a knee, that means you want to break.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's no breaks, right?
Yeah.
So that's a knockdown.
Yeah.
It's that's got to be a point, and then I think Roach made a big name for himself.
He did.
I became a fan of his.
I did too.
I still think though that Tank takes a gets a rematch and Tank gets it done.
I don't think, me personally, I don't think Tank would do that rematch. That fight was too close for
Yeah,
him to take a
I think
rematch.
so,
I
yeah.
think maybe lose that
It's
fight.
like the Pitbull fight. Like,
Yeah.
He ain't taking
Yeah,
it.
and not taking it. It was too close.
I think that Tank didn't take him as seriously as he should have because in their opinion it was just like a whatever fight.
I actually think different.
You think different?
If you watched all Tank fights before, like his post-fight, antics and stuff, how he go, like how he did with Frank Martin and like all this other stuff, he didn't do that with Roach. He knew Roach was a serious opponent. He knew Roach was like, yeah, I got to be more serious with this guy. It can be a different type of fight, and Roach showed that too. Like Tank didn't do a lot of that, And I know they were kind of like friends too, or whatever, but he didn't do that with this fight.
Yeah, he didn't.
He was kind of more chill, like, yeah, I got to be.
You know,
more
he
serious.
jokes around a lot.
Yeah, he didn't do that with this fight. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Maybe I saw a different fight. I think that Tank took a couple extra rounds off than he normally does, and I think if he pressured him a little bit more, he could have gotten the job done.
No, I think.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm not giving Roach enough props.
Yeah, maybe he was feeling the power. Maybe
He was.
Yeah.
When you got somebody that hits hard, you think about it twice. For sure.
You think Tank was shocked about the draw? He was like this. And he was happy it was a draw. He thought he was gonna lose.
Sure.
He thought it was a loss.
Yeah, you know what? That's true.
He
That's
thought that
true.
was a loss. That was a loss.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy how the sport can just change like that because from 2 fights ago being called the face of boxing to drawing to technically someone that you shouldn't have drawn with, right? And on paper, right? Obviously different in the ring, but there's all these moments that just like a flip of a switch, man. Everything just changes. Haney.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's taking Haney seriously anymore because based off of, I mean, he's gonna play safe now.
Yeah.
He's gonna play safe. I don't believe in personally. I don't believe that there's such a thing as running away because you are just in the ring. But I think his style's gonna change and adapt now based off of how much damage you took last fight.
Yeah.
And I feel like too that Roach fight. We'll go back to it. Can't count nobody out.
No.
Like you look at what you did with Nico Walsh. Can't count you out.
No.
Can't count no Roach out. And then like, because Canelo's fighting William Skull, right? He not even talking about William Skull. He talking more about Crawford. Like after this fight, I'm gonna go fight Crawford. Like I'm gonna go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Like dude, they didn't fight him yet. Like you're not even bringing up William Skull's name. Like you can't count anybody out. William Skull may put up a good fight.
Yeah.
You never know. You can't count anybody out.
I mean, he's good too.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of clips of him. He's good.
Yeah, Cuban guy.
You know, he's good.
He's been waiting for that fight too.
Yeah.
He's been. Was it IBF mandatory?
Yeah, he's been
mandatory for a minute.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like all the mandatory stuff with the different
I mean, that's cool. You know, because I think the best should fight the best.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like when you lose, people be switching up too. Like the Tank, you see how he got a draw, and then now people are like, oh, he didn't train, or he didn't take him serious, or he's not as good anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like Devin Haney. I mean, he got whooped, you know, but still, like people are like, oh yeah, he's no good. Like he just got one loss, bro. Like, and it's boxing. You're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna get hit. You know,
it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
you have your day sometimes.
I think certain fighters though after a loss they really do change. I think Joshua, it took him a long time to climb back up after he lost.
Yeah, a lot of fighters are afraid to lose that zero.
Yeah,
they're afraid to lose the zero after the their record. And it's like it happened. Fight the best. Like Benavidez showed them with Morel. Like I'm gonna go fight him. You know, I'm gonna put up my zero against anybody.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that. Like he's willing to do it against Bivol or Benavidez if they do have a trilogy, but. He's willing to do it. So I feel like more fighters should do that.
I think with that in mind, we could talk about the next thing. We got Dana White and Sergey Lashik are announcing a boxing promotion. We don't know exactly what that means, but we based off the UFC model, based off what we know about Dana White and Turkey, what do you think? What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, like I said, if it benefits the fighters, then it's gonna be a good move. I mean, what are they trying to do? They're trying to have basically everybody fight everybody, right?
Yeah.
So they're talking about they have an undefeated roster that are all going to face each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I mean it sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
What do you think?
I personally and if you guys haven't check out the Square Circle report with Alex. He had a great interview with Rick Ramos. He made a good point that. If this doesn't work, which I personally don't think it will, Dana White can just fall back to UFC, power slap, whatever he has going on. I feel like with this, it's kind of like a gamble. Because you know what you're going to get. Are you going to put UFC and boxing together, where it's like you got a UFC event, then a boxing event, like kind of mix and match it? But I feel like Turkey probably should have did with somebody else. Because I think Tom Rank's contract is almost up with ESPN. Like why not work with Bob Arum and do something with him possibly? That's just me personally, but I'm excited to see what happens with it, see what they do with it, but I'm not too sure what's going to happen with it.
I think it's good for the sport just because Turkey's trying to put the best with the best.
Yeah.
I will say the model he has going on right now where you want to sort of test the fighter first, like they could have ran Haney Garcia back right away. They could have done the rematch, but instead what Turkey wanted to do was get him ready with another name, and then if they both win, now they got the rematch going on. So now you're gambling at that point though, because if Rolly, throws that punch, or if Haney can't get the job done, then it throws off what should be like a huge fighter card, things like that. And I think that's where it's a little weird. But I also get it, like you wanna bring out the best of the fighters, and I think Dana White does a pretty good job with UFC. Granted, I think the UFC is they're oversaturated a little bit more.
Yeah.
They got too many fights going on all the time. We just had a fight yesterday. I think it was just Dolice.
Yeah.
That's it though. I don't know who else was fighting.
Yeah.
It's just there's too many fights going on, and it's hard to keep up. And if they do that with boxing, I think they'll put the fighters out too quick. They're trying to crank out these guys. And then you know what? I'll also say this: the UFC doesn't pay well.
Yeah.
And traditionally, boxers are known to be paid well.
I think that's what it's going to do too. That Turkey money, I'm telling you.
You're telling me
UFC
Turkey?
fighters,
You're telling me Turkey just has an endless wallet though?
Yeah. Yes.
Turkey?
Yes.
Hey, throw us. Let me hold 1,000 turkey.
You saw like a couple of events he had, like he's giving away cars, and all types of stuff. Like here, just take it. Like he's giving away cars.
Jesus,
and money.
you know what, man? They can do whatever they want. Then I don't know.
This pretty much is a partnership to help Dana White pay his fighters more, but then also for them to combine these fighters, like Juan said, the undefeated guys, like put them in the ring.
But you think Turkey's cool with just losing money?
Yeah, he gonna make it back.
He's like, I don't know how he does it with his shows, man. To be honest, like he has a good card, like with good fighters, so he got to pay him good.
Yeah,
and then he does a giveaway. Yeah, and then last time he gave a Lucid card, which is an Electra card, so like $200,000.
Oh my god! Well, Canelo said $200 million first. Yeah. That's what he wants, and then now he's talking to Turkey.
But think about it this way. It's in Saudi. He got the name His Excellency for a reason. And then you got to think about it too. He's lowering the pay-per-view price. I think the Bevel fight was $30. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you got to look at it. He's selling more by making it less. When you just make it higher, less people buy it. They're going to illegally stream it. Mm-hmm. Who would want to pay $30 for a fight? It's pay-per-view.
That was a great card.
Yeah. So he's making his money back up ticket sales, pay-per-view sales, endorsements. He's making that money right back. He's getting it right back.
It's crazy to see how much he's investing in the sport. Yeah. He was with the Sphere for UFC 300.
Yeah,
he became a partner there because of how expensive that was to do that event. And it's crazy that he's just like here.
Yeah, he's going to do it. He's going to open that wallet and give it to him. That's why people.
Yeah. We gotta get you signed with Turkey, man. Turkey money is different.
That Turkey money is different. It's different out there, but I can see you doing some Saudi cars for sure. I know it's a different time zone and stuff, so it may be kind of
it reminds me. Not too long ago, a fighter took a last minute fight with Shakur, right? And Turkey said, "Quit your job. I'm gonna fund you to train." Yeah. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. He loves the sport, man. Mm-hmm. That's props. He made I forgot the guy's name, but it was a good fight. Yeah. And was it like 2 weeks notice or 1 week notice?
No, it was a couple of days notice.
Yeah, it was
days, like 3 or 4
days.
Yeah,
it was days notice.
Yeah, and now this guy made a name for himself. He can quit his job and just do what he loves, and that's beautiful, man.
I didn't like the fact that Shakur was saying like I'm the best ever. Like he just fought somebody in 4 days. But he took you 9 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's Shakur style though.
Yeah, like you went 9 rounds. He put up a great fight. And then, like, you look at Parker, he fought the other guy, I can't think of his name right now, on short notice, too.
Okay.
And then, like, one of those, like, he knocked him out first round was supposed to happen, but a lot of people just went for the money, but the guy Shakur fought, he went to actually go show up and show out. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm here
for sure.
You got to take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, you can't count anybody out. Mm-hmm. You can't count them out. You can't count them out at all.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like a few days notice.
Yeah, that was
what's the shortest notice fight you took?
5 weeks. The one with Nico.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Yeah. He had a lot of time. He had 4 days. He didn't get to pack lunch.
I think the craziest story I saw was for a UFC event when they called the guy. It was in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they called the guy like a couple hours out.
Yeah.
And he fought what's his name? Lopez.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I think it's the Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was super short. He was like in the back, like, hey, you want to fight? Like,
you got weight. You're on weight. Come through.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was super short.
I think that's what's cool about staying out of Vegas though, training out of Vegas and always being fight ready. Mm-hmm. You can always short notice, like you said, your coach, your trainer, he's keeping you ready because he knows that the opportunities are quick and you got to say yes as soon as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they wanted you on the Canelo undercard too.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing. What opportunities are coming your way, man, and even more to come.
Yeah,
for sure.
And speaking of that Canelo card, if both would have called at the same time, the Inu and Canelo, which one would you have took?
The Inu for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you gotta look at like different things like time zone, like you said, the money. Mm-hmm. You just gotta look at a lot of other things, not just the platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would take Inu. Or even the Ryan card, that square. That's
for
sure.
Good card, yeah. A lot of eyes on that one for sure.
Dude, I can't believe it's free.
That's wild. Yeah. It's free to the public. Let them walk up.
And my girls were trying to go to New York. We'll be like, hey, babe, let's go.
Yeah, just walk up. Yeah, might as well.
And I think they have a limit too, so like the people.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
You have a lot of security out there, though.
They
Oh,
got
for
to.
sure.
They got to. I hope you know. No, it takes one person to mess up for everybody. I hope
Yeah.
none of the bad happens. It's gonna be a great card.
Mhm.
It's gonna be fun. And it shows that the sport can continue growing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's all the news we got. We got a lot of news about Juan. We're going to take some time out. We'll look at this camera, shout out anybody. Anybody want to shout out? Anybody we want to bring name to? Just go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my team, man. Shout out to Unanimous, my manager, Trinidad, Jason, my pops, all my sparring partners. Yeah, shout out to the team, man.
Yeah,
Shout out Chicago too, man. I hope everybody does good. You know, no hate on this side, and yeah, love everybody.
Man, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you,
Love
man.
having you,
Hey,
man.
we're so happy that you came through.
Man, we happy
Yeah,
you
thank
came.
you for having me, man.
It was snowing outside. After it was nice all weekend.
I know, that's what I was saying. Coming in, I was like, man, it was warm the past 2 days.
It was nice all weekend.
It was like 70 something Friday.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was sweating going home from work, and now it's like I went to get my car, and I had to go. I'm gonna go get my jacket, man.
Yeah.
It's too crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it
weather's insane.
got wild out there. Make sure you follow us, Fighting at Chicago podcast. Make sure you follow Juan on Instagram. We'll put this ads down below. And then I also want to shout out Marco. His birthday be coming up.
Yo,
His
thank
birthday
you.
coming up March
Appreciate
20th.
it, man.
My birthday will be
Appreciate it.
his birthday will be coming up. It's gonna be old, getting the gray now already.
I know. I'm still young at heart, man.
Yeah.
I went out this weekend thinking I was still young, man.
Yeah, that ain't nothing no
The St.
more.
Patty's?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy
Chicago's
weekend.
different, man. Chicago's
Yeah,
different.
it is.
We got the best fighters.
Mhm.
We got the best gyms. We got
Yeah.
the best people out here. You'll be hearing some news from us for the UFC event.
Yep.
Coming through. We'll post that information down below. Come to our events. We do watch parties. Bring your friends. Grab a table. Join us. You know, take some videos. Take some interviews.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
It's
we're
a
gonna
good
do
time.
something real big for Canelo on September 2 for that Crawford fight. We're gonna do something real big for that, and I look forward to it. But make sure you follow us down. Make sure you follow us, Fight at Chicago podcast. The new page, Fight at Chicago Photography. Any boxers want to get some photos done, just make sure you hit us up. And then we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Take care.